This is the Riviera, that fabulous Mediterranean coastline which glitters from France to Monte Carlo and on into Italy, inhabited by heavenly creatures and by worldly creatures. For some of us, the life is indeed high life. And for all of us, it is very convenient to forget that there's such a thing as death.
There's your bed, madame et messieurs. There's your bed. That's all. Come on, bed. 13.
Signorina Middleton?
Miss Middleton's with me. What is it you want?
I'm from the police. You must come with me immediately to answer some questions.
Why? What's the matter?
Now, Signorina.
I say, what's this all about? Daphne!
Will you please to come in, Mr. Bergen?
Jetzt möchten Sie einen Aufhänger mit der von der Macht die Tempel. Noi conosciamo Foch,
Attenta qui, signorina. Siede qui, signorina. Un momento, vengo subito, va?
I hope you are feeling better, Miss Middleton. We will be to you in a minute. Now, begin to think, please. Prepare yourself of all that you and your mother did since arriving in San Remo. Everything. Everything.
Ich sage, das ist das schönste Bild von Frau, was ich je gesehen habe.
Which one?
Well, either, actually.
Mother and daughter.
Really?
Really? They just arrived this morning, Americans.
Mother and daughter? What won't you think of next?
Frightful how everyone stares.
This is your mother, darling. You can drop the accent.
Well, obviously I've been spending too much time with Freddie.
Andiamo, subito.
I've never felt so naked in my life. Not a bad feeling, is it?
No, I shall miss it. At my age, one begins to cover up.
Now, Mom, you know that Daddy says you're one of the most attractive women in the world. You know, if he gets to be senator, we'll both have to watch ourselves, won't we?
Watch what? What do you mean by that?
Hmm?
Watch what, darling?
Oh, well, our language, maybe. And maybe I shouldn't smoke so much in public. I don't know. Be more Akron, Ohio, the way he is. You know, I'll bet he could be president. If I were a man, I'd want to be just like him.
You're very much not a man.
I know. So what I'm going to be like is you.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
Weren't you going to meet Freddie, what's-his-name, at the buffet?
You want to get rid of me?
Oh, no, it's just that he's a nice boy, and he's related to an earl, isn't he? Besides, you have to practice that accent.
I don't like boys my own age. You see, I am like you.
You're Sarah Middleton.
Hmm?
I think we have some mutual friends. Tio and Francisca Bateman once showed me your photograph in Vogue. My name is Hugo Myrick.
Oh, really?
And, what does that mean?
Do sit down, Mr. Myrick.
Thank you. You were wearing sort of a hostess gown. Gold, I believe.
Balenciaga.
Posing on the terrace in your house in, Ohio. Akron, wasn't it?
The tall man behind me is my husband.
Oh. Husbands are invisible to me.
I've seen your photographs with some very beautiful women. None of them were noted for their invisibility. You're quite famous.
I happen to be an excellent sculptor.
Yes, I've heard that you also sculpt.
May I buy us a drink?
Questo mi piacerebbe molto.
How long do we have, Mrs. Middleton?
That's one of the most ambiguous questions I've ever heard. I have a hair appointment at 4 this afternoon. I shall be on the Riviera. 1 month, which do you mean?
I hadn't quite decided, but thanks for answering them both. I must run. I'll be late. Oh, Friedrich, could I borrow the key to your place out of town?
Place? Fini del Mondo is not a place. It's a landmark. It's an institution.
All right, all right. May I borrow the key to Fini del Mondo?
Now, one thing I don't understand. Everything on earth in the world that I dream of, you get. Then you get it and run away from it. Now, I remember the day when women wanted a man like me, for instance, with wit, with culture, good manners. Nowadays, I don't know what they want.
Well, they want a man who gets his picture in the newspapers. They want celebrities. Hire a press agent, get a new suit, lose some weight, and you, not I, will be running off to Fini del Mondo to avoid the women.
Just a moment. Next time, don't leave any dirty dishes and no empty bottles.
I promise.
And do something about these ridiculous pots of clay that are on the terrace.
Yes.
Celebrities. When my ancestors were leading the crusades against the Moors, his were still jumping up and down in a tree.
Prego. Come on, Mike. Finish your story now.
And the first time Carrie ever came into the restaurant, he said, I know you don't know me, Mike, but we have a very great friend in common, Jack Bergman. A wonderful chap. He'd give me the shirt off his back. As a matter of fact, he said, this is his shirt.
Oh, Michael, that's such an old story.
You're a naughty girl. Mrs. Middleton, you come and dance with me.
Like better.
Excuse us.
What time tomorrow?
Sarah, I have a commission that's very important to me. I have to work tomorrow.
Well, I could just lie there and watch it.
Beautiful Sarah, let me work tomorrow.
You may hear a small scratching on your door around noon.
I shan't be there. Thank you, Mrs. Middleton.
Hello, Mother dear.
Daphne, this is Hugo Myrick. my
Yes,
daughter,
I know.
Daphne.
Oh,
You're handsomer than in your pictures, Mr. Myrick.
thank you.
Of course, in those you're usually being accused of something by an irate husband.
She isn't usually that impudent.
I believe it, Sardan. Daphne. Mother.
In Ohio, she's said to have good manners.
Don't you think this music is a little pious to dance to?
Perhaps you'd rather listen. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. The musicians are friends of mine.
Isn't everyone? Come on. I guess you're sort of the summit, aren't you? I was always taught to aim for the top.
I haven't been back in the States in 15 years. I now only understand American when it's spoken slowly and plainly.
Really translated, what I'm saying is that I'm unmarried, unattached, and terribly curious to find out if your reputation is deserved.
Ooh, I'm afraid that's a little too plain.
Sie, so ein Boot ist einem direkt ans Herz gewachsen. Da muss ich Ihnen eine Geschichte erzählen. Ungefähr eine Woche nach diesem Angebot fuhren wir, eine erlesene Gesellschaft. Ja, aber es war eine sehr heikle Situation.
Let me pose for you. If your tastes are contemporary, you'll find that I have a very interesting figure.
Well, I'd like to. Someday.
Tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow.
There's another woman in your life?
Yes, there is.
Serious?
Who knows?
Is she beautiful?
As beautiful as you in her own way. But, trifle older.
Married?
Yes, she's married.
Stay away from my mother. Daddy loves her, and I know that she loves him. But she does have an occasional flutter in the summers, you know.
My dear Daphne, I assure you there's nothing between your mother and me. I've just met her.
Keep it that way.
All right, I'll keep it that way. Maybe you can even help. Tomorrow it is.
I'm in a terrible hurry, actually, but it's so nice to see you again. See you later. Goodbye. Bye.
Sounding frightfully British this morning. A girl from Ohio.
Well, I spent 2 years in England, so when I'm with English people, I automatically speak in an English accent.
Oh, I see.
One summer, you know, my mother had a gentleman friend from South Carolina, and I just got to talking like this practically all the time.
But basically Ohio, hmm?
Basically? Basically nothing. Nothing at all.
Shall we? Privilege, you know. No one else has ever been invited to Vini del Mondo before.
Do tell. I'm not even sure there is a Fini del Mondo.
Well, it's been there for 470 years. Even has a portcullis we can lower. When we're inside, no one can get in or get out.
A shiver of mingled anticipation and fear shot through her veins.
I wish you'd try to be a little less witty.
Is your other girl witty? The one we're running away from?
She's in love with me. Love strangles wit.
Well, I promise not to fall in love with you.
There it is. Vini del Mondo. The end of the world, baby.
Support colors, as advertised.
It works.
Are you sure this place is only 400 years old?
Well, give or take a couple of 100 years. I don't know, you know, Friedrich, he sometimes has been known to exaggerate small things.
Oh. It really is beautiful.
Well, I'm glad you approve.
What does your friend use it for?
Well, I think he always intended to bring beautiful women up here. Unfortunately, he's singularly ugly.
So you bring beautiful women here.
Believe it or not, you're the first woman I've ever brought here. This has been my retreat, my place of work.
I have a bathing suit on under this. Should I pose in that?
If you wish.
I'm rather slender, but on purpose.
I'm sure you have nothing to worry about.
Half the world's dieting, and the other half isn't eating enough. Did you ever think of that? Should I just sit here?
I have some work to do which doesn't require a model. Later, perhaps in an hour or so, I may ask you to pose.
I'm cold. And I feel stupid.
My sweet, shut up, please. I have work to do.
You go.
Why the devil did you do that?
My, what it takes to attract your attention.
Baby, you're a small, spoiled child.
I could love you so much. I've never loved a man in my life.
How about you have a nighttime girl? Hmm? How about you do?
As of now, you are the only woman in my life.
I do love you. Will you dine with me in the Prestige tonight? Why don't you?
I like that.
The daughter. How marvelous.
No, it's actually quite complicated.
Oh, Hugo, you're a genius.
I'll leave town. I'll go to Paris. There's an empty studio there I can use.
Oh, Hugo.
No, that's what I'll do. I'll go to Paris and I'll work for a change.
But you told me that the mama practically promised to marry you.
Well, she's ready to suggest it.
Then how can you run off to Paris and leave all that beautiful American money? You could even pay off some of your debts.
Of course, I'd like all that American money, but you know my problem.
Which problem?
My problem. My illness. Women.
Illness, yes. Problem, no.
All right, then let's say marriage would interfere with my art.
But, Hugo, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't even know what your true art is. You're the Casanova of the sculpture. Do you think the world will have really lost something if you give it all up? Stop ruining perfectly good stone and expensive bronze.
does the career take?
Try this. I think you'll like it.
Oh, hangover cures, breakfast. You supply a very complete service.
Who's your friend?
One of the natives. He's introduced me to some very interesting back alleys.
Shoot. Morning.
Oh, thank you. You're very attractive, but I wish you wouldn't watch me chew. At least, not so intently.
Darling, I've decided to marry you.
May I mention your present husband?
Politically, divorce might make a difference to him, that's all. He doesn't need me.
When a woman says she wants to be needed by a man, it usually means she wants to dominate him.
Me dominate you? Oh, darling. I'll obey you. I'll honor you. I'll sit at your feet.
When I was a kid, I had 3 older sisters and a mother. I was the most needed little boy in history. I took off.
You go. I'm very rich.
Thanks.
Oh, darling, all my money's in my own name, and I pay those incredible taxes.
I can picture myself asking for pocket money.
Well, after we're married, half that money will be yours. Every week, capital gains, dividend checks.
Every week, as long as we're happily married, you mean?
Of course.
Your cynicism is shocking.
I'm not cynical. And you're not naive. It isn't cynicism, darling, it's love.
Why don't we both take 24 hours to think this over? It's a very important decision to both of us. Okay?
Okay.
Signorina Middleton? Signorina Middleton? Signorina, call.
Signorina Middleton. See? Akron. See?
Daddy? Oh, it's so good to talk to you. How are you? Oh, we're wonderful. Mom's fine, I'm fine. No reason. I just had to hear your voice. I miss you. Well, I think Mom wants to go to Spain next month. Otherwise, everything's status quo. Oh, I will. I'll write you a long, long letter. What? Daddy, I can't hear you. Oh, Daddy, I think they're cutting us off. Okay, I love you, Daddy. Goodbye.
Grazie.
Prego. Here's some check.
Am I hearing things?
Signorina?
You're pretty fresh, aren't you?
Not as fresh as Hugo Myrick of 51 Eleanor Deuce.
Oh. Where are you from?
South Philadelphia. This is just my summer job. I have an aunt and uncle that live down the coast. You know, for your own good, I think you ought to cool it with Hugo. Everybody knows what goes on at that studio. It's a regular tourist attraction. Like Brigitte Bardot. The Greek yachts down the harbor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing with your singing?
How did you know?
An Italian from South Philadelphia. Ciao.
All I wanted was a casual, not to be taken seriously Riviera romance.
That's all you wanted, wasn't it? After all these years, I've fallen in love. I'm gonna make you the best wife on the continent.
But I'm not sure that I'll make the best husband on the continent.
Senor Hugo Myrick, via Eleonora Duda.
Pronto, pronto, pronto. Pronto.
Hello, my wonderful Hugo. I do hope I'm not taking you away from anything.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm glad you called. I was just about to call you.
Oh, to tell me to make it earlier, isn't that it? I had the same feeling. I can't wait till lunch either. Let's meet up there right away.
I'm sorry, something's come up. I have to go to Paris today.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We meet up there as planned, only earlier. Otherwise, well, we won't discuss it. Meet me at the end of the world. I'll drive myself.
Are you threatening me with something?
Do you know that I have a $3,000 pearl necklace?
And what does that have to do with me?
Well, I haven't seen it in the last day or so. I mean, if it's missing, they'd investigate everyone I've been seeing and every place I'd been and...
Oh, you're just being hysterical. All right, I'll get out there as soon as I can this morning.
One of your nighttime girls?
No, one of my daytime creditors. You're full of melodrama today, aren't you?
Yes, aren't No miss, huh? Didn't miss old second-best Daphne?
Daphne, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and excruciatingly young. Come in.
I'm dying to see our view. Don't you want to be alone with me?
Oh. All right.
I feel excruciatingly old. Today I feel as old as my mother.
mother isn't old.
She's nicer than I am. And Daddy is much nicer than I. I'd say lucky they have me to look after them. Especially my father. I really look after his interests. Oh, but I've already told you that, haven't I, Hugo, dear?
Daphne, what the devil are you doing?
I'm standing at the end of the world.
Come on down.
You see? Pearls. They're real. I wasn't making that up.
I never doubted that. Now, come on down.
Daddy was really the kind to follow through on that out-of-pearl business.
Daphne, please, come on down. You'll kill yourself.
I want you to kiss me.
A strange, strange girl you are.
I want you to kiss me. Are you afraid?
That's it. Come on. Come on. That's it.
Do you love me?
Yes, I do love you. I love you very much.
What happened to you?
I had some trouble with my car. I drove down to Santa Margarita.
And you fixed it yourself?
Naturally.
mail, darling?
I'm sorry, Mom, I've got to talk to you.
Oh, please. I've got problems of my own. You can tell by that note. Please tell me later, huh?
Mother,
Please, darling, later, please.
Oh. You look awful. What is it? I had some trouble with my car. I had to fix it myself. Oh. I'll see you tonight.
Wait. Oh. We'll do something absolutely smashing tonight, huh? Oh, there must be a gal at the casino. Why don't you call Freddie and I'll get... There's always somebody. And I'll meet you there later, huh? Oh. You look so sad. Never be sad. Never complain and never explain. And shed very few tears. Oh. And I'll tell you something else, darling. It hasn't been easy to live with me, has it, baby? So we'll do something smashing tonight. I'll get yourself straightened up and call Freddie. I'll meet you there.
Recognize this bottle?
Yes, it's mine. It says so. Daphne Middleton, take one for sleep. Did she take those?
Well, think so now. It was found in a wastebasket in her bathroom. How many pills was in here?
I don't know, lots. 20, 30.
A child your age has sleeping pills prescribed for her?
Sure, why not?
Indeed, Signorina, why not? How did the pills get into her bathroom, not into yours?
I don't know, maybe she ran out. We were always borrowing things. We were like sisters.
Signorina, was she... I regret the indelicacy of this, but was your mother happily married?
Yes, very much so.
There was a note in the room signed Hugo Myrick. You ever see them together?
Yes, I believe I did meet him one evening. They were in the same dinner party. Have you asked him about this?
Apparently, he has gone to Paris.
Oh, yes, I believe he did say something about going to Paris. That is, if I'm thinking of the right man.
Well, Signorina, you may return to your hotel. But you are not to leave until all of this had been definitely decided whether or not it was, well, as it now looks, whether it was a suicide. The investigation, the autopsy, will reveal whether death was caused by the pills.
Look, if she did take them, it was an accident. It had to be an accident. It couldn't have been suicide. Look, my mother and father were very happily married.
Of course, Signorina.
I tell you, they were very happy.
I understand.
Look, you are Italian. You live here, and you know these people. My father is American, of course. And he doesn't understand very much about the world. He loved my mother. And just because she got a note from Hugo Myrick.
Well, I'm sure that such personal facts are not important to put down in my reports. I am sure that if the cause of death was the pills, the report will say by accident.
Grazie.
attractive to find the young girl protecting the name of her father. Now, until all the questions are answered, you will not leave the city?
Miss Middleton, it's urgent.
Yes,
We were all sorry to hear about your mother, Miss Middleton.
thank you. You said it was urgent. Who gave you...
I'm Baron Friedrich von Bergen. My condolences for your mother.
Are you the one that sent the note?
I'm also deeply hurt about the loss of our friend Hugo. I was supposed to take him to the train for Paris. Then, when he didn't show up, I looked for him. And I found him.
What is this? What do you want?
What do I want? Oh, I want many things, many, many things, some of which I think I'm about to get. I also think I have something that belongs to you. I also have 5 more matched pearls in my safe. And I have the gear shift from Hugo's car. Do you know that fingerprints keep practically indefinitely in those safes? Just so that you don't get any temptations to push me over the cliff one day.
What do you want?
That's simple. marry you. Not thinking giving yourself up to the police, are you? I grant you there's no death penalty in Italy, but 30 years in an Italian prison, well... Daphne, my love, come on. What about your father, huh? I know your love for him. What about his feelings when he hears about your mother and his daughter a murderess? Buongiorno.
Is the whole world sick? Or is it just people like you and your friend Hugo? And my mother? And me?
No hysterics, please. No hysterics.